I am Navya. Today I would like to explain about iterative statements. Iterative statements are also called as looping statements or repetitive statements. These statements are used to execute a block of statements until the given condition is true. Mainly, the Python supports two looping statements. They are for loop and while loop. These loops are also called as empty control loops. Coming to the while loop, the flowchart of the while loop is when we enter the while condition, if the condition is true, it goes into the block of statements and iterates until the condition becomes false. If the condition becomes false, it stops. Now, syntax for while loop is while condition block of statements. Let us take an example of printing 1 to 5 numbers using while loop. Now, initialize I is equals to 1 and take the while condition as I less than equals to 5 and print I. Increment I with plus 1 and the output will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, for loop. For loop is mainly used to execute range of sequences. The flowchart of for loop is when we enter the conditions for loop, it executes until the range reaches its last item and after reaching the last item, it terminates. Next, syntax of for loop is for variable in range of and body of the statements. For example, let us take displaying the multiplication table for a number in the range of 1 and 12 with step 3. First, take the user input of the number and take the for condition in range of 1, 12 and 3. Initialize C is equals to n star I and print the multiplication table. The output of the program will be as follows. And it stops at 10 because the last item is 12 and the step is 3. Coming to the nested for loop, a for loop containing another for loop inside it is known as nested for loop. Coming to its syntax, for variable in range of, in that loop take another for loop in the range of and body of statements, where in range we should give starting element, ending element and increment or decrement values. Now let us take an example of printing ones in a particular pattern. Give the user input for number of rows and in the first for loop take the range as n and in the second for loop take the range as I plus 1 and print the 1 values. The output of the loop will be as follows. Thank you.